I know you guys are here in the meantime for the GatorUNbox, and tonight's GatorUNbox is something that I really kind of dropped the ball on. Now, I know that every time I open up this stream and we go to GatorUNbox, it seems every week I preface the GatorUNbox by saying, now this is something that has been inside the prop closet for a very long time, and this week is absolutely no exception. What we have here is a deck of cards that's called 52 Fun Things to Do on the Plane by Lynn Gordon. And this is the, I don't know if we can enhance on this one. That's the, oh, that looks like an R. This is the revised edition. To my naked eye, to my half-blind ass naked eye, that looks like it said T-vised edition, and I knew that couldn't be correct. I just figured they picked a bad font for that. Turns out they did. But the reason why I dropped the ball on this is that, what year was this printed in? I mean, there's like a really tiny ass... It says 1995 and 2008, but I got this, you know, around 2015 or so, and and the reason why I picked this up specifically is because a very long time ago, I was able to... I filmed a video with some friends who... One of them, she owned a copy of the not revised edition, the original 52 Fun Things to Do on a Plane. And it was just me thumbing through these cards, just shit-talking it like I normally do with everything I do on this show. And I was hoping that I could reach out, get in touch, and then get that copy of the original, and then have the revised edition, and then we can compare the two, because I genuinely think you guys are making like pre-9/11 jokes, but I am fairly certain that the original printed version was pre-9/11. I'm talking like right close though, like 2000, like right before somebody, you know, they had, at that point it was 51 Fun Things to Do on the Plane, because they had to take out the card that said crashed into the fucking World Trade Center, okay? Unfortunately, I don't have access to that original, I don't have the access to that original set, so I only have the revised edition to go through. But basically, it's ostensibly, for some reason, 52 Fun Things to Do on a Plane. There's 52 suggestions, and I think that's purely because a standard deck of playing cards is 52. I vaguely remember going through the first one, and I don't think the actual deck of cards of 52, you know, Fun Things to Do on a Plane, I don't think it doubled as a deck of playing cards, and that in and of itself was one of the 52 Fun Things to Do on the Plane. I think they named it 52 blah 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 simply because that's how many's in a deck of cards, and they neglected to just turn the deck itself into, you know, cards and make that one of the things. So we will take a look at that. Apparently this person has a whole series of 52 Fun Things blank. It's Jesus fucking Christ. It's things that you can give a misbehaving fucking child to do while they're sitting on an airplane. I don't understand how it makes it any different from like a road trip, aside from your ears popping, and people just come up and give you a free Pepsi. People don't generally do that on like a bus or in a car ride. I've never understood the obsession, the fascination with making air travel out to be something extravagant. It's a fucking nightmare. I mean, in this day and age, I'm surprised the suggestion. I'm surprised it's not just one fun thing to do on a plane, and it's just give your kid your fucking phone, or give him his tablet so he can watch his goddamn YouTube toy channel videos. I really can't get this open. I don't want to bust out the X-Acto blade because I don't want to actually like cut the cards in half. I don't want to literally cut the deck. Oh my god, it's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fun things to do on the plane. Okay, so I don't think... Oh my god, these are all stuck together. I don't think... Okay. Man, they really... Hang on. Gotta separate them all out. Nice. In the old video that I filmed with me going through the 52 Fun Things to Do on a Plane, the original set, I was mostly just like hitting on these one at a time and just throwing them. So I don't know if we're gonna go through all 52 things. Maybe we'll take a look at the more interesting ones. But Staring at me dead on is something called baby steps. And it looks, oh my god, is it, judging by the picture, are they saying to, you know, breathe air on the window and then use your thumb to make little footprints? Is that what it is? Make it look as though a baby walked on your window. Breathe on the oh my god. Breathe on the window. Make a fist. Press the pinky end of your fist on the misty spot on the window. Use your thumb to make a big toe at the top and your index finger to make the little toes. Now use your other hand to make the other foot. See if you can make a trail of footprints before your breath evaporates. That is a lot of sentences to just tell someone to draw on the fucking window after exhaling on it. That's also the lead-in card. That's at the top of the deck. You just saw me unwrap it. That's sealed, new, out of the package. First one out of the gate is just go on the window. It's either gonna get a lot better from here, or it's this is it, or this could be the peak. You know what I noticed though is that the very next card appears to be the title card, 52 Fun Things to Do on the Plane, and yeah, because on the back is just the ISB numbers and the copyright information. So I guess these got ordered wrong when they packaged them. Next card is standby stencils. I used to like looking at these pictures and trying to guess what it is. We guessed one of them correctly, but I have no fucking clue what this is going to be. Standby stencils. Check around your seat to see if you can find any objects you can use as stencils to draw with. Oh my god. Do you have a headset, a cup, a snack box, keys, rings, your own hand, and all sorts of other things make interesting shapes when you draw around them? So wait, this is operating under the assumption that you just brought pen and paper onto the plane with you? Can you even take a pen through security? You can't take the pencil sharpener on the plane, but you can take a sharpened pencil. So, you know, you can't just disassemble the pencil sharpener and then threaten to, I don't know, cut the stewardess's throat open, but you can bring a sharpened pencil and stab it through her fucking eye. I don't pretend to understand how the TSA works, but if you brought drawing supplies, like, here's the thing, though. If you brought drawing supplies with you on the plane, just fucking doodle. Like, you don't... you clearly already have a plan in action for what you're going to be doing on the plane. handful of change. I think... Look at that. This... Okay, I'm guessing this is literally the game where you just guess how much change is in someone's hand. Have a partner put a little change in your hand without looking. Guess how much it... Yep, that's what it is. imaginary adventure. Again, this would go hand in hand with drawing. Actually, Fanjamon, as far as I know, I don't think they give you complimentary crayons on a plane. I don't think they give you paper. I've never asked, but I've also never seen any flight attendants give that stuff to anybody. They give you crayons when you go to IHOP, but they don't when you go on the plane. So that's just one more way that IHOP is better than air travel. Instead of being on your way to visit your grandmother in Detroit, imagine you were on a top secret adventure. I'm sure Grandma will be thrilled about that. But then again, Grandma lives in Detroit, so I think rather than just saying instead of being on your way to visit your grandmother in Detroit, I think they could just truncate that to saying instead of, you know, being aware of the fact that you're flying into fucking Detroit, imagine yourself flying literally anywhere else. On a piece of paper, write out or draw all the different parts of an airplane. When you are done thinking of all the parts, name all the jobs that are needed to run a plane. Oh my god. It says take a guess and then ask one of the flight attendants. Can you imagine working for like fucking Delta Airlines? Just dealing with shitty people in first class saying, am I gonna get platinum, gold, silver? Am I gonna get Bitcoin flight miles for this one? When I tried to step on the plane, I scuffed the side of my fucking Doc Martens. Can you spit shine it out? And imagine having just to put up with all the fucking people on a plane, and then some goddamn kid asks you, how many parts are on this plane? If I was in that flight attendant's shoes, it would take all of my willpower to not just punch that kid in the face. It's like, what kind of fucking... Come on, man. What kind of a stupid question is that? And you know what sucks is that, like, 25 years ago, if some kid were to ask, like, a genuine question about the plane, you know, the flight attendant who didn't, you know, hate their job in their life would be like, yeah, hey, you want to go talk to the pilot? He's just sitting in the cockpit. You can see what all the controls look like, and they'll give you a little pin that says, here, you just earned your wings. They used to make it a big deal for kids. Now, everybody involved with air travel just hates you. It's like being on a bus that is several thousand feet in the air. Here's a game that's called Small and Big, and they have a skateboard and a ship, and I really think you've encompassed it. That's small, that's big. I really couldn't think of two better examples to demonstrate something small and something big. You know, like maybe like a mouse and like an elephant or something like that, or, you know, who cares? What's the smallest means of transportation that you can think of? Oh, that's why it's that, because you have to, this is just... It's really one of those things where it's like those decks of cards that just have like talking things that if your family is so dysfunctional that you can't sit down and have a dinner with each other without just somebody trying to stab someone with their fucking spoon. They have those things like conversation starters. This is really all this is, except it's for a kid. Ice cube painting, which I definitely want to read what this is. Materials. Paper. This one has a materials list. The other one about drawing shit, what was it, mystery stencils? Yeah, this one didn't have a materials list. This one's like a goddamn science fair project. You need paper, markers, a cup of ice, and a napkin. Make a line drawing with markers on paper. Take an ice. Oh, okay. You just bleed the marker ink using an ice, and you probably stain the tray that you're doing it on, and the stewardess has to clean that tray afterwards, and, you know, it's probably going to ruin the material, so good job. Snack faces, I'm pretty sure that one's guessable. What's in my hand? That's not really a game you want to be playing with kids. Alpha things? Oh, this is going to be something like, look around you. Just look around you. Have you discovered what it is we're looking for yet? Write that in your copybooks now. It's gonna be look at things, yeah, try to find something that starts with every letter of the alphabet as you look around you. 150? I don't know what that is. Find numbers of things in the airplane. Oh my god. So 150 is the same as alpha things, except instead of going B for bursts, you try to find things that add up to 50 as you just stare around. Like, you could really just cheat and just use the seats, because I'm sure there's more than 50 seats on a plane. On a piece of paper, make a list of things you might find in your magazine. Oh my god. You look at the magazine and think of things that might be in that magazine, and then look in the magazine to determine if they are in fact in that magazine. How do you think of this shit? Apparently this Lynn Gordon person has made entire collections of 52 blankety blankety blank. But how do you think of this shit? Like, do you just fly so often that you just look at the shit around you and you're like, hey, I bet, you know what kids would like to do? I bet they'd like to look at the cover of fucking Hemispheres magazine when they're on their American Airlines flight to go see Grandma in Detroit. And I bet they'd like to play the guessing game of, hey, what's inside that magazine? And then look through the entire magazine to determine if those things are in that magazine. Like, who fucking... Somebody had to think of that. And one thing I've noticed is that, I guess I could have pointed this out a while ago, is that there's 52 cards in this deck, and it does not, I mean, it doesn't double as a deck of playing cards. So why the fuck is it 52 things? It's 52 things purely because that's how many is in a deck of playing cards, but you did not make a deck of playing cards, you just made a bunch of shitty fucking cards. Stowaway. If you were stowing away on an airplane for a secret trip somewhere, where are all the places you can think of to hide? Nowhere. They would find you. How are you going to stow away on a plane in 2019? Post 9/11, right? That's not even... What would you say if you were found? Definitely not Allahu Akbar. That's for goddamn sure. Doodle pics, which I'm assuming this is the thing where you make one constant line and try to draw something. And it usually looks like shit. Yep, without lifting the pencil, I knew it. Safety instruction sillies. Because nothing is more fun than making fun of the things that could very well save your life. Or, if you believe in conspiracy theories, preserve your dental records by assuming the crash position so that your spine goes through your brain and doesn't destroy your teeth, so that whenever they find the wreckage of the plane, they can figure out who was who. And when they see the fucking dead kid clutching these cards, they'll know that he had bad parents. You know, I was stowing away on the Millennium Falcon, and whenever Han is showing Luke how to drive the Millennium Falcon, I walk out because I'm stowing away and I say, boy, I'm just so tired of all these Star Wars. The other planet, also known as Detroit, pretend you're on a trip to a completely new planet where you are the president. President is not capitalized in that sentence. Describe your planet. Do the people look the same as they do on Earth? That's so stupid. We got rhyme time, which I don't know whether is that. Oh man, it's a wet dog, and the only way I can think of making that rhyme is soggy doggy, and that has a really awful connotation within the furry fandom. Do not Google that. Flight song, and it shows a picture of a boat. That ain't a good flight. I think that's implying that the plane crashed. I believe that song's already been written, and I believe isn't it called like American Pie or whatever? Magazine memory, which I guess would be to... I mean, they really have an obsession with the magazines that are in front of you on the plane, because that's really like the only thing to look... That's the only in-flight entertainment. I guess maybe one of these cards might say ask mommy or daddy if they can swipe their credit card on the TV screen in front of them so you can watch your goddamn Cartoon Network shows. I'm taking a trip. Is this just where you pretend that you're going somewhere? Fine, pick a place anywhere you'd like to go. What are some of the things you see? So this is a repeat of the planet one, pretty much. Marry me. In this game, you'll magically find the person you are going to marry when you grow up. So you're basically picking random people sitting on the plane, and that's going to be the person you marry when you grow up. And it also says, don't point and laugh, as you don't want to hurt the feelings of your betrothed. Kids aren't going to know the meaning of that word. Also, you're basically just laughing at... You're just people watching and laughing at weirdos on the plane, which is what most people do on a plane and a bus. But, that's just a fucked up thing to teach kids to do, because then the people's people like you're gonna see those kids laughing at you, and you're just gonna that could be the big thing that tips someone from going postal. You know what I mean? Air sick bag puppets. That is awful. That's awful. Songs about travel. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 wheels on a big rig. Everybody! Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18 wheels on a big rig. That's a real song, by the way. Blow race. Where I guess you wad up the napkin and blow on it, see who does it first. That's great. Rhythmathon. Oh, rhymathon, where I guess you just go back and forth with picking words. Rememory. Okay, now they're getting a little bit creative here. I think maybe the last card is going to be think of your own fun cards. They give us some blank ones? No. Hanimals. Hanimals. I'm going to just focus on this one because this is absolutely horrifying. I don't like that at all, and it's pretty obvious what this card is going to be. It's the same thing as like the barf bag puppets, but you just, you know, it's you know, woof woof woof. It's shadow puppets, but without any of the talent. Or whatever. Alien Pictures, I think, what is this called, Exquisite Corpse? Is this what this is? This is an actual art project, where you just fold something up and then you draw a bunch of different body parts, but it really only works when you hand it around to different people? Is that what it says to do? Yeah, it does say pass to the next person, because the whole point is that the next person's not supposed to see what the first person drew, and you go back and forth, and then you unfold it at the end, and you say, wow, we drew something that sucks, and none of the proportions match. Alpha picks, which I believe is just to say, look through the magazine and find things that start with the letters. Are they literally just telling you to do the crossword that's in the back of the magazine? Like that, I feel like that's a cop-out. See aerobics. This is one from the original set of cards, and I specifically remember laughing my ass off at this, because this is basically just like, think of all this stupid exercise. Yeah, while staying seated in your plane, think of how many ways you can stretch parts of your body. And I was thinking, like, do you just fucking kick your feet up over the seat, like, just, like, while sitting down? Like, you just bend in half like you're sucking your own dick, and you just, like, kick your feet up? Looking at the artwork for this one really spurred my memory here. That's also, yeah, those poor stewardesses that have to deal with this shit. Hokey pokey. You literally just telling me to do the hokey pokey on the plane? Yeah, you are, except it's with your face. I don't know how that works. Finger pappets, which is, yep, draw different faces on your finger. So this is like the third or fourth time they've told us to make puppets out of something. Seat to Seattle, which I guess is some kind of a word game where you just keep adding things onto it. Seat, eat, Seattle, and I mean, this is one of the more reasonable ones that you might be able to waste a little bit of time with, but thinking of stuff like this is actually fairly difficult. I don't think a child would be able to do it or think it was fun. Single line picks is something they've literally already done. They've already, I don't know where it is now because I've shuffled all these fucking cards up, but this was like the second one we looked at. And then finally, oh, hang on. Well, we'll get back to that one. In-flight trivia. This is the last card. Make a list of 20 things to find on the plane. Oh, so you just think of 20 things that might be on the plane, and you tell the person next to you, hey, can you find these 20 things on this plane? Oh my fucking god. Some of them are derivatives of each other, but here's, oh my god. So here's talking about Lynn Gordon. Oh, here's the in-flight supplies. The back of this card is things that you might need. And hang on, some of these things that they talk about, like modeling clay, chewing gum. Is this just stuff in general? Because none of these games specifically mention that we needed any of that shit. Like pipe cleaners or gum. And actually, because it says that you need a snack, I don't think... I mean, they give those to you on a plane. You just straight up just ask, and they'll give you as many as you want, especially if you're a kid who's on the verge of disrupting all the other fucking passengers. They'll just keep giving you pretzels, I'm pretty sure. It says, look for these titles and others at your local gift and bookstores. And the other things that this person has put together, and they're all 52 things, because it's the fucking thing with the cards. Hang on. 52 cool tricks for kids. I know that says the revised edition, but I'm going to go with the Reverend edition. 52 creative craft projects, 52 mother and daughter activities, 52 great children's books, fun party okay. Fun things to do in the car. Nature activities, rainy day activities, amazing science experiments, tricks and treats for Halloween, slumber party activities, 52 activities for you and your baby, and 52 fun family games. I feel like a lot of these are child-oriented, and the one that sticks out to me is 52 activities for you and your baby. If you're old enough to have been able to have sex and successfully produce a child, I feel like you're probably a little too old for you know, single line drawing on a plane. And oh, Clouds of Animals, which I managed to do a card trick and pull out from behind the other card. We didn't see this one, but I'm pretty sure you can guess what this one is. I feel like the most damning thing is that it's a deck of, and I've said this like 5 times already, it's a deck of 52 cards. That does not double as a deck of playing cards. And that blows my fucking mind, because it's all about wasting time on a plane. That's the entire point of this pathetic product's existence, is how to get a child to waste time on a plane. And it didn't have to be 52 things, but the only reason it is because that's a deck of cards, and you didn't make it a deck of cards to make that one of the things. That's such That is such a glaringly obvious fuck-up. I mean, there's even... Where are they? There's even... I'm not going to count them, but there's this one and... Fuck. There's this one. So not only are there 52 cards of shit, there's the 2 cards that normally would take the place of the Joker cards in a normal deck of cards, because you get 54, really. You get the and then in case you fuck it up and lose some, you get 2 Joker cards. So you even went as far as to copy the ones that are normally Jokers, and you still didn't make it a functional deck of cards. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. That's not on one of the cards, but I feel like it should be. That should be like the last resort card. So the next time you're flying somewhere and you can't think of anything to do, even though you are a responsible adult and you can't find a way to entertain yourself in the year of our Lord 2019, you didn't pack a Game Boy, you didn't charge your phone, whatever it is not working. Maybe think about this stream, and then look out the window and try to draw some baby feet on the window. You fucking weirdo. Thanks for checking out this video. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't. Either way, your feedback is appreciated. And you can also subscribe to GatorBox if you like this content and want to see more of it from us. Catch us live Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/GatorBox. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so at patreon.com/GatorBox or streamlabs.com/GatorBox.